Okay, this is a demo review of CP Gullywash for Friends Team Trips. Looking at blue versus red team here. Red is Pudis, blue is Rup. On red we've got Trips on Pyro, Critical on Soldier, Dr. Slam on Spy, Sniper on Al, Lumber on Heavy, Raisin on NG, Lee on Demo, Main on Scout, and Mewtwo on Medic. So before I start showing this, I want to make a note that Blue Team's Medic is running Quick Fix, and if I recall correctly, Red is running Uber, so that could put them at a decent advantage for mid. Quick Fix builds very quickly, and they'll likely have it by the time they get to mid, so it's possible that playing more aggressively at mid could be the better counter here, but at the same time playing more passively would be a good way to counteract a Quick Fix. But we'll see what goes on here. Hopefully this team is very aware they're running Quick Fix, and I'll resume play in 3, 2, 1. So red team immediately rolls out Choke, blue team goes Big Door. Red team's bigger focus is going to be to try and get that sniper down. Just lowering my audio here. Need to hear myself talk. Right. So the majority of red team is just their Demo and Sniper hanging around at Choke. Their Scout, Pyro, Soldier, Heavy, and Spy are all dead. So that should have been an immediate sign for a team to back out here. You lose a lot of numbers like that, you're just not going to be able to contest mid at all, especially when they've got Sniper focusing right on you. Although their Sniper didn't really do anything at that mid, it's still just general principle that when you lose that many numbers, you should get out to second as soon as you can. And the reason why you should contest, or not contest second, well right there, your medic could die, but you also risk their team wrapping you and wiping the rest of your team. It's not a good idea to let your medic just die because you were overextended. And if blue team plays their cards right because they killed their medic, they're going to be able to roll right into last. So immediately red team's contesting lobby. You know that blue team should have Quick Fix relatively soon. The demo is very overextended. The demo should never be contesting lobby alone. So their demo goes down. It'd be an even trade for last at this point, but red team is down so many numbers that blue team could just come right in. Without a scout, there's going to be a little bit of difficulty contesting a push, but blue team is losing a lot of numbers here, and they went down pretty handedly. When you're even on numbers like this, it would be viable to send a scout and an NG out to cap second. Or, no, not an NG, I'm sorry, a demo, scout and demo, because that'll give you the most offensive capability, while the NG watches last, so. It's just the Scout, Medic, and Soldier out on the point. The rest of the combo should be up as well. You had no presence in Big Door. That let them get the free snipe on the Medic.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
And for whatever reason, the combo's still just here on last while the Medic was out. It's a really large disconnect that you can't let happen because something exactly like Sniper killing the Medic happen. So now you guys get to contest second without a medic, which seems mostly successful. Their team doesn't manage to get a hold of second, but again, their combo's just going to walk in Big Door. You have heals, So what you need to do now is you just need to have the most presence around where the combo is. This team is trolling, or I should say blue team is trolling red pretty hard right now. Pocketing a pyro, not playing very seriously. I think that's for good reason. So at this time, red team's still running Uber. Team has still quick fix. And they're contesting big door, but red only has a few numbers over at choke here. No, locations mixed up. Red is holding choke, all leaving things out of big door. So there's gonna be an exchange in choke pretty soon, and yeah. Happening now, the forward level 3 is a good play because it helps area denial, but once again there's a big disconnect here. Your heavy's on the other side of the map while your demo's fighting alone on the left side. Demo needs to reconnect with your medic to be more effective. Because right there he just got picked off from B. So demo and medic should play together. This is an ETF2L. The red team should be looking to get out of choke right now. Pyro's coming in, he's just harassing the combo. I'm really hoping to see something a little more. There's just a pyro there. Red team could have tried to take choke and possibly stretch out into mid, but just a heavy there that's going to be difficult. That pyro should have died. So a couple things I'm going to establish right now. Blue team is playing better than red team here. Not a lot of strong DM on red team, I can tell. So, quick fix happens. Happens. Red team should kill all of blue team and take mid. But no heavy means no extraneous DPS. So red team should have gotten frags during that exchange there, and only a few members down, they're not going to get out of choke that easily. But when you have an Uber advantage over a quick fix, you need to take that more seriously and play more aggressively. Take as much ground as you can with that. But as far as I can tell, there's nothing really stopping the combo from staying in, so that leaves question about what the flank is doing to pressure their team. So right here, 4 players go down. Red team should be on mid right now. Soldiers in big door. Red team's finally going to take mid. So their medic has quick fix, and whenever you had an Uber disadvantage like that, especially since you're on regular Uber, I can't see the Uber for some reason. Oh well. You need to be able to play that by ear, because if they have the advantage on quick, they're going to come into you as fast and hard as they can. And that's a pick the spy should not have been able to get. Losing the demo is going to put red team at a large disadvantage for going into second. They have a pyro, a demo, you're not going to be able to get out of choke without getting spammed out. And right here, the heavy's the only one forward. So, see, they quickly just got a quick fix again, and they're coming right back into you. So, big thing to take away from that is numbers. The heavy basically left the medic alone here too, which I'm questioning. Like, what is your medic's directive to go when he doesn't have other teammates next to him? That should be to his teammates. At that point, the heavy and medic should have just backed off across mid into your choke, but for some reason the heavy was in big door and the medic just stayed by choke. That's something you can't have happen. Like, your medic is too vulnerable at all times here. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. Right here you have your combo sitting at choke again. And you're looking at big door. You get a couple of good numbers down, especially a demo. And when I see a demo down, that would scream to me to push big door. So having a demo down at big door does give you a lot of good advantages for pushing open areas. So, let's see how you guys handle this. You guys are getting a lot of good frags here. You should be more aggressive on this push. But once again, there's a large disconnect here where your demo tries to go lobby and he's gonna die. He should die. And then the heavy and medic just died everything else. You can't have a disconnect when you push aggressively like that. You gotta have your heavy and late together when you're being aggressive. You can't have one overextend past the other. That just leads to death on both sides. And then you lose numbers, so blue team is probably gonna take mid. See, once again, quick fix pyro. Either the pyro is that team's carry or they're actually just trolling you.
The control point is being captured.
Right there, medic dies to peeking the sniper. Right here, both teams are down medics. Blue team has fewer numbers. Red team could use that as an incentive to push onto mid. Because that's going to force blue team to back up here without heal. But that sniper has to go down. Red team's going to hold on to mid here. Blue team's holding choke. Neither team doing particularly well. This is going to be a very stillmatey half, I just know it. So, the first thing you guys should be doing is having your sniper work picks in either big door or choke. It's not really doing anything. And you should have your flank trying to get in their lobby because their flank's just sitting in big door for free. Another thing I'm questioning is what the scout's doing all this time. Or even is the scout half the time? One thing that ought to be happening is the scout playing more with the soldier on flanks. Not in the typical, like, right next to each other sort of way, but the way they're playing, the scout is effectively baiting the soldier because the scout's not on the flank the same time the soldier is. Like, the combo's sitting together fine right here, but right here the scout is fighting the flank alone. Soldier's chasing a spy for whatever. And right here the scout's gonna die because he's alone and then their flank's gonna take big door for free. And part of the philosophy on just holding big door here is you can't let them get in because of what their sniper just did. Their sniper picked the NG, pretty uncontested. So keep your flank more solidified and you'll find that you'll have less trouble with things just walking in and killing you at random. What's your sniper do? Not sure, so with a significant number advantage and them just getting respawns, red team is going to have a very good uber advantage, so that should incentivize red to push right into last. Scout's walking into lobby for free, he killed a heavy, he's going to kill the medic. Oh no, died. But the red demo died, so those numbers would be smartest if the medic just backed up to choke. Holding second's not going to be that viable because red's respawns will be slower. And their team could just collapse on you at any point, and if you have the Uber right now, you'll want to hold on to that as much as possible. Because that could be the difference between taking second and then pushing right into last. So, good job catching the soldier there. Team should now recon Shutter. Something should be contesting river. That's one thing I will say, is a soldier should be in river, maybe the demo. Mostly the soldier and scout though. River is a very powerful place for the flank to play, and even a combo sometimes. If you can get combo on River, and their combo not knowing about it, that's a good hide advantage if they try to push out into second. So keep that in mind. So right here, they have things in River. Sniper's gonna get a pretty cheesy pick here. Yeah. So one thing you definitely should do considering going forward is always making sure River is clear when you push into second. We had 3 people in River and you guys just walked right into lobby. That didn't hurt you very significantly, but in the higher divisions, especially if you plan on playing in the long run, leaving River with occupation from the enemy team is an awful idea. Right here, their combo's a little disjointed. So is the red combo. The demo's fighting Shutter while the heavy is looking to go main. You guys are looking to do something stupid here, and that's pushing main. And that's only going to work if their pyro's not paying attention to you. Right here, you guys uber main. It's just on your demo, your heavy looks like he's going to die. Nope, it's the flash. But you guys sort of got stuffed in. So what's going to rely on here now is just getting picks. You guys have to get picks to take last. Sort of squandered your there. Oh, medic dies, their medic dies. So at this point you would want an all-out scramble for last. It looks like a pause just happened. We'll speed things up until things get unpaused. Alright, so bad numbers. Blue team is likely to push out into second right now, so red team should be backing up to mid. Maybe even your choke at mid because you guys are bleeding numbers forward pretty badly. Yeah, right now your medic's gonna die. Oh. Your heavy's just awful. Okay. Oh. Yeah, your demo's gonna die. Now your medic will die. Right, so overextension there when their combo is playing forward is a really bad idea. And if their combo is playing forward, you want to back up as much as you can to sort of hide the difference. Basically, when you're at a number disadvantage like that, putting distance between yourself and the enemy combo is the best thing to do because it pretty much lets your team regroup. And regrouping is a powerful part of playing 5 CP. Because if you lose a decent amount of numbers, but so do they, regrouping is just the best way to handle yourselves. Like, you'll want as many numbers sort of consolidated, but you also don't want to bleed. And a lot of what was happening there was people with teleporter bleeding forward and dying.
The control point is being contested.
Not sure why the spy didn't take the free med pick there. Could've. So, here's another thing I'm questioning. Why did the medic run into luck? That was just the worst idea possible. Medic went down to the... Okay. Both teams are pretty awful. They will give the... So... Red's got a decent number advantage right now, so this should actually be a decent sign for the soldier to get into last. In the NG. It's revenge crits. When you have a decent number advantage like that, it's pretty easy just to send something return cap last, but didn't have anything to do that. So 5 CP, very stalematey, understand that much. But what will make a successful last push? And aside from maneuver advantage, what can you do to make a last push? Well, the word is picks. Numbers advantage is so important pushing last on this map because each way you can push from is basically just a huge choke point, except balcony. And pushing through a choke really sucks. So, what you'll really need to focus on doing is getting a decent amount of numbers and then pushing into last. You guys are constantly putting a couple numbers in, then pushing. And when you push with very few numbers, your pushes are going to be less successful overall, because once that Uber fades, you're just going to get collapsed onto. And right here, your medic popped on nothing. Well, save themselves from that trap as one. But you popped a little too early, and that telegraphed your push. So, generally you want to save pops for right when you're about to get through a shutter door or something. And the reason being is that if you telegraph your pops too much, that basically puts you at a huge disadvantage. Like, you popped so early their medic didn't even have to use, and now their medic's gonna use their Uber to get onto second. Or at least take lobby.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
So you guys got pushed out a second because of a bad.
Time has been added.
Right here, combo's fighting choke. Heavy's overextended. Nothing's really happening on the flank. This is gonna be just a classic build Uber sort of thing. One thing that should be happening though is your sniper should really be trying to work and choke. Their sniper's looking at big door. You're not gonna accomplish much because he's just scoped it. Working picks on big door can open up something a little bigger. Because at most, over here, your sniper's just going to accomplish killing an NG. And over here, your sniper can kill so much other things that are more important. But, okay, so your team gets a nice number advantage here, gets a lot of key frags. When they're 3 up, the first thing I'd be doing is focusing on stabilizing those numbers and then getting into last. Like, you guys have so many numbers, you should just be on second right now. Like, your scouts should be capping second, everyone should be flooding lobby and into last because you have so many numbers. But you guys are just weeding behind on second. And that's gonna make a last stalemate push again. So right here, your sniper, or your medic's just standing right in front of a sniper. So right there, demo went down. Your medic had Uber, that would be a time to use. Just push. Because when they don't have a demo, pushing last can be easy. So they're setting up a level 2. Their medic goes down. That's going to be huge for red here. What red team should be doing right now is thinking about the best way to push and take down that gun. And as much as I don't normally advocate, pushing a main or a balcony would be the best way to take care of it. But their medic went down, red has an Uber. They should be looking just to go in right now. Pushing off an Uber advantage is the best way to win. With 11 minutes left in the round, I don't see too much happening. So right there, demo goes down. You guys waited too long. Blue team's gonna have Uber soon. Oh no, they're on quick fix again. So blue team's on quick fix. This should be a free last for red, because blue team is basically giving it to them. So once the demo goes up, red team should be looking to push in. The gun's in a more passive position right now, so that's actually a decent time they could use to push shutter. But we'll see how red team coordinates its push. Because a push should happen. They get quick fix, red team has Uber. An exchange should happen here in favor of red team, because Uber is just better than quick fix. To contest that quick fix, I would probably Uber in on the heavy, and let everything else follow in. So there's some time on last, and red team's not even considering pushing right now. You guys are stalemating the game, but you don't even have a round taken. Right here, their team quick pushes in the lobby. The pyro should kill the heavy. Instead, he'll overextend and die to the sentry, and you guys wasted your advantage. So right there, their team just walked into lobby and killed a bunch of things, and you guys lost your advantage. It's a really sloppy play by both teams. There's not much that Red's doing right here, so Red's gonna play their next mid without a soldier, it seems. Right here, the demo's fast. Soldier's gonna jump him, and soldier kills him in the pyro. So right now, you guys are 4, technically 5 down. Can't possibly take mid at this point. Medic dies, so you basically would have lost the round right there if you were higher level. Spy checking is something you should work on with your heavy. Should be doing constant 180s. You should put yourself in an awkward position where they're unable to see the spy. Right here, medic comes back up. They'll have whatever advantage they have. And they'll be looking to get in second for. So, you'll want to play back when you don't have that advantage. Your demo can play forward trap. But you want to position yourself so that you don't just get completely by their team. Holding close when you don't have advantage is a really bad idea. So they have blue team should be looking to push in now. Look, the Uber, and the heavy's just going to kill everything. Decent contest from Red. Both medics go down, but I think second is still good. Red team could hold on to second. Scout's not going to be. Team's contesting big door. Our team's losing numbers now, so the medic's gonna want to back up. You want to use a super to get out since you're down so many numbers. I don't know why your heavy's contesting choke, because you're just gonna die to the soldier. So you're 2 up, your heavy's about to die. Team didn't even need to use an Uber there, but they're gonna cap your last now. The reason I say that is they'll have Uber advantage, and this team knows how to play off their Ubers. You guys are losing a lot of numbers from overextending and bleeding. There's a lot of disconnect between your heavy and the rest of your combo too. There's no reason for your heavy to be in river without the rest of your combo at least. Again, you guys lose some numbers. They have an uber advantage. They're using it. Sentry goes down. But they fail because they don't push in with anything more than a pyro. A pyro can't kill 9 things. If that team had pushed in with her, would have taken your last.
The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured.
Yeah. Blue team should get the point here because red team's just all in water. Okay. So I'll stop the demo here and just use a couple of minutes to talk about this. There's a lot of extension I'm noticing off red team's players. They have players extending into directions they shouldn't be and they're dying for no reason. Generally, you don't want to have players overextending unless they get frags, and when you're playing defensively, you have to play passively so you can be defensive. And what I mean by that is you need to let things extend in and kill them. That's part of what playing a defense is about. And when you're playing offensively, I don't notice a whole collective offense. It's just one side of your team pushes in almost entirely. And when a team pushes in entirely alone like that, it's not going to accomplish much. There's just so much wrong on both sides of the team. So, more collective pushes, more organized pushes. The flank needs to play more together. The scout should be with the soldier off of each other. Other than that, it's hard to say what improvement there is to be made. The team did get a little better. But in general, working collective pushes will be a good place to start. Combo solidarity be the best thing to achieve right now. I see the heavy in too many times is not with the combo, and that's hurting them a lot because of the heavies dying. And not having a heavy really hurts you in Highlander, even though heavy blows, but heavy is the best defensive class next to the demo. It's just the heavy and demo playing together more will make offenses more successful, to make offenses more successful, and it'll stalemates because you're losing less numbers. So we'll need to see what happens with this team here. Red team, disappointment. But all things considered, 1-1. Not the worst I've ever seen.